What's up everyone? Mav Father here with another, hopefully more exciting than last time, backyard baseball video, continuing with our little side season here. So same squad for us as before. I've heard that this will be our first away game, so not at Tin Can Alley, though I do not know what field we'll be playing at or who our opponent will be until we click this button and experience the journey together. Alright, looks like we will be at Dirt Yards, so that should be moderately fun for us. Got some players that will now want to consider doing line drive or grounder swing instead of power, trying to get a little bit more consistency out of some of these folks. But then we still have some people like Petra that are liabilities on the base paths and we will want to power swing with. And we'll just get right into the game and discover our opponent's lineup as we go along. We're playing the Toronto Blue Jays today. Oh, so this is our this is our team we played in week 1. So it's our clones is who we're facing today. As Randy Johnson is on the mound and throws a nasty hook for strike 1 to start things off. And bouncing back and forth between line drive and power. Well, that was good because that was going to get dropped pretty much the whole way there. So a ugly but whatever single for Andy Bronson to start out. High pop up to the catcher that the much slower Randy Johnson could not get to. And that'll bring up Ahmed Khan. Ooh, hits a hard, but really only a power swing in name only into shallow right field, and that was enough to get Ahmed a single and advance Andy to third. Runners on the corners, and I believe this is basically a free steal of second here with Rawls Clune behind the plate and the ball on the first pitch. And Ahmed can just trot over to second base for a steal. So runners on second and third, and one ball to Rawl. It's a hard line drive into shallow left. That does just barely hit down in front of Karen Donato, who I believe in this version of the file was Karen Green. And that's enough to bring Andy Bronson home, leaving our runners on first and second otherwise. And bring Petr Chekhov to the plate. Generally somebody that we do want up with runners on. Nasty hook from Randy with that second pitch. First one missed outside, so 1-1 for Petra here. And we'll most likely be sticking with power swing all the way. As Randy misses just a bit inside for ball 2. And that one is going to be a strike on the inside part of the plate. Still saying power, but a little more prepared to swing at anything close to the strike zone. That looks low, and it is. So full count for Petra. Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit there from Randy, but we foul it back behind home plate. Solid swing from Petra out towards her counterpart, Raphael in right field, who makes the catch. Wow. That was pretty impressive for him. First out of the inning. Solid swing from Petra there. I thought that liner was going to sneak into the gap, but it's cut off, and that's going to be an infield fly from Amir, unfortunately, because it actually would have been dropped by Jessica What's-Her-Name behind the plate. So it's still runners on first and second, but now 2 outs for Davey Marion, who I think we're going to line drive with here, and also going to take that hook. Was a strike, but high and inside part of the strike zone, so not a great pitch to hit. That one was better, but alright, well, we get everybody there safely at least for Cal Ripken Jr. now. Not a great swing from Davey, but kind of split the defense just enough. Cal puts a good swing on that one, but his counterpart's going out to field it, but she drops it. And that's going to be enough to score 2. That ball almost bounced away from Jessica behind the plate, but not quite. Was a good swing from Cal. Could have been caught by, I already forgot the clone's name, but the female version of Cal Ripken out at shortstop. I've seen Cal make catches like those, so I know it's possible, but we got lucky, and that will give us 2 additional runs, 3-0 lead here. A 1-1 count on Horace. Now a 1-2 count. So definitely line drive swing here, and just going to try to put the ball in play. And he does that, but right at the second base person. There's Brad Bender's clone, and I don't remember what her name is, honestly, but a solid fielder. Not much else, though we've started to get some hits with Brad. And he will be our leadoff batter next inning, I believe, which is not exactly what we want, but that's all right. Karen Donato at the plate. Quickly falls behind 0-2 from a couple slow balls, and they'll try for a right hook. She hits hard towards Ahmed. Ahmed does not field it well, and we get a little mixed up between him and Amir going after the ball. But it will just be a single for Karen. Bringing up Rafa Hendricks. Always scary. Takes the first pitch on the inside part of the strike zone for strike. Second pitch, little ground ball that nobody fields all that well. And make the wrong throwing decision by the time we actually did pick the ball up. It's going to put 2 runners on now, and have Gary Allen. Oh, that was Gary out in right field. That's my mistake. It's Gary in right. Rafa is in center for the Blue Jays here. Gary is struggling with a couple hooks on the low outside part of the strike zone. We get him to hit a hard line drive right back at Andy. Andy makes the catch, but has no time to make a play at first or second. So just 1 out there. And Francis Bluer now up at the plate for the Blue Jays, appropriately. Bluer lays down a bunt. We get the out at first. That gives us time to make a throw second and turn 2. Nice double play there to get us out of the inning with no damage and to earn a power-up usable by our very own Brad Bender. based on my interpretation, at least, of our normal Reddit Backyard Baseball League rules. And Brad hits a nice screaming line drive into left field. It is going to get kind of stuck at the bottom of the concrete there. Takes Karen a little bit of time to go out and get it, but not enough to try to send Brad to second, at least not convincingly. But we get a leadoff single out of him and give Andy a chance to put a good swing on the ball and maybe move him around the bases a little bit. We do have, as I said, Rafael Hendricks in center field, so theoretically a lot of space out there if we can get a good swing on the ball. As Andy took the first pitch for a strike, second pitch for a ball, 1-1. That pitch is... that ball was going foul, but was caught by Jane Davis, I believe, is at first base as the Ahmed Khan clone. And that is going to retire Andy as it was caught in foul territory, which is always caught. So we saw Brad on first, and now Ahmed Khan at the plate. And still staying power in this situation with kind of a need to try to move Brad around. Randy pitched into that really tough to hit spot, low and inside, so I took both those pitches. And now I had to swing at a pitch that ended up being below the strike zone. Still perfect on the season. Rome on the sea. Now up at the plate. Yeah, we're swinging power. Whatever. Didn't really matter with that kind of swing. And he should be able to make the play at second, and he is. So Raul has officially been retired, mostly thanks to Brad being a bum. But he got on base at least, so not his fault. And Ellen Martinez is the Blue Jays version of Brad Bender. She hits a little line drive-ish swing that is pretty easily caught for the first out. Bringing up Jane Davis, who we are going to pepper with hooks. Low and away, or low and inside preferably, but with that open stance from her, we're going to go outside. And she whiffs at that second pitch in the sequence, and I'm going to try some heat low and away. Ooh, it misses low. So 1-2 for Jane. Trying to drop a hook in again. She puts a good swing on the ball. Does go right at Cal, who fends it off with his face. Bounces it back to Mondesi, but he cannot make the play at first in time. So it is a single. As one of my cats is coming to say hi. And won't take no for an answer. Barbara with a high pop-up that we're going to try to catch with Ahmed. We do. Not in enough time to make a throw to first for a double play on Jane, though. So just single out, and still a dangerous batter at the plate, and Jessica, what's her name? But she just hits it right back to Andy Bronson, who makes a throw over to Ahmed for the out. So we strand Jane at first, and get out of the inning with no real damage done. Means we have Petra leading off here in the top of the third. Gets a pretty nice looking hook down the middle of the strike zone, but fouled back. Another pretty good looking pitch to hit, but just popped up towards first. And Jane is going to make the catch there. So Ahmed Khan now at the plate, and we're going to try a line drive with him, actually. And he smacks it out towards left field. Is it gone? Yes, it is! Amir Khan, home run! Maybe I am just a line drive hitter in general. Nobody on base, unfortunately, but we'll take that additional run, going up 4-0 here against the Blue Jays. Now, Davey Marion at the plate. Rips another one towards left field, but it is caught by his counterpart, Francis Brewer, over deep at third base. Was basically playing as a left fielder there. Ban the shift. Very nice play from her out in shallow left, robbing Davey of what could have been extra bases. As Randy's first pitch to Cal with ball, second pitch, nasty low and inside hook that we just kind of whiff at, bringing us to 1-1. And that one got a bit more in the air than I would have liked, right at Gary Allen and right, and he does make the catch on it. So not much of a line drive swing there from Cal. Retired pretty quickly there as well, just the line drive home run from Amir as our run scoring. And now Andy will face his counterpart Randy. And randomly miss inside with that slow ball, because he doesn't have a ton of slow ball accuracy. Second one finds the strike zone and Randy fouls it back. And we'll just, not that any of his pitches use up a whole lot of juice, but trying to conserve it at least a little bit with Andy here against, again, not a very fearsome batter. Not a very clean play there, but with how tired Randy is, we are able to retire him without too much difficulty and start things back over at the top of this Blue Jays lineup with Karen, who whiffs at a first pitch right hook. Watches a second pitch left hook go by on the very, very outside edge of the plate. And then kind of smacks a fastball that skips by her counterpart Horace into left field. Horace with a little bit of a strange defensive shift there by our second baseman and shortstop. Looked like we had a pretty good chance to have Cal take that throw in from left and relay it to Brad Bender at second and get the out, but instead Brad left second base to go get the ball. He's not very fast, so it was not done quickly enough to get Karen. So Karen picks up a double as Rafael hits this one out towards his counterpart Petra, who makes the catch in center field barely. Karen somehow decided to start running towards third after tagging up at least, but we pretty easily threw her out at third. So we unlock potentially another power up. Yes, we do. A crazy bunt to use with Brad if we would like. As Randy Johnson throws a crazy ball. Looks like it was going to catch the outside part of the strike zone. We just foul it back with Horace. Trying to pick up a aluminum power bat if we could. Instead, Horace rips one down the left field line. Not quite like Amir's, but bounces over the left field wall and gets us a ground rule double to start things off here in the top of the fourth. Nice swing from Horace. Thankfully not caught by Francis or stopped by Karen. And we are going to throw a crazy bunt out here, I believe, with Mr. Brad Bender. Picking up some nice hits for his batting average by using power-ups. But that at least might have been a strike. And that ball is going to go pretty much how we would want it to. Out towards left center field fence. Throw comes in moderately well. So we're not going to try to go past second, but we do get Brad to second there. And, of course, score Horace in the process. So that will go down as an RBI double for Brad, though obviously with an asterisk there. Francis Bluer now on to pitch, so Randy is hiding at third base. And that does make it difficult to hit liners down at the third baseline, since he is very freaking tall. Nice second pitch hook there from Francis, catches the high and away part of the strike zone. Whew. Andy smokes that ball out towards right center. And with Raphael being the one out there to field it, I believe we're going to get Brad all the way around to score, and even an inside the park home run for Andy, yeah. So line drive swing that Andy just smokes off the right center wall. Takes a long time for Raphael to field it successfully. And then he makes a bad throw in, and ultimately we had plenty of time, even with Brad being our lead base runner, to put 2 more runs on the board. So 7-0 here in the top of the 4th. And as Ahmed hits a little dinker that is going to be fielded, unfortunately for the Blue Jays, by their catcher, Jessica. And that's going to allow Ahmed to reach first base successfully. Not much of a hit there, but that's alright. Nice first pitch fastball for a strike. Right. Ball smacks it out towards left field. It does clear the fence in left center. Bringing us up to a 9-0 lead. Scoring himself an Ahmed. And still no outs here in the top of the 4th. Love to see that. Of course, no runners on for Petra, but that's alright. Guess I'll try line drive with her too, whatever, it's working with everybody else. She fouls back a hook that looks like it was going to be right down the middle of the strike zone. And fouls off a slow ball, also looking like it would be about right down the middle, maybe a little low. And then smacks a line drive towards first, but it looks like Jane is going to field it in time and actually make a good throw to the pitcher. So Petra gets gunned down at first without too much difficulty. Amir hits technically a line drive that is more like a grounder, but skips away from Ellen trying to get to it at second base. So seeing eye single for Amir Khan, and brings up Davy Marion with a runner on. Davy smacks it out past the middle infield and into center, where he may very well have himself an inside the park home run thanks to Raphael's ineptitude in the field. And it does look like that is going to be the case. Yep. Didn't even need to sprint or anything. Davey gets all the way around and scores Amir. Make that a 11-0 lead. And now Francis Bluer is banished to right field, bringing Gary Allen into pitch. Gary immediately starts things off with a crazy ball. That does catch the bottom of the strike zone. Nice pitch from him, really. Cal rips that one towards left. And it bounces briefly away from Karen. That's going to give Cal time to trot into second base with a double. Horace Young up after him. Sticking with this line drive swing. And that pitch is a hook in the strike zone, but low down the middle, not exactly where we wanted it. Here he tries another crazy ball to continue wearing himself out and misses inside for a ball. Horace rockets that one out towards center. Fielded moderately well by Raphael that time. I think I can still get Cal home from here. Yeah. Horace is just going to chill on first, though. Maybe could have got him to second, too. But solid RBI single from Horace. Still have at least 2 power-up usages from Brad Bender here, so we're going to lay down another crazy bunt. And the ball is ultimately going to settle in kind of shallow left field, and Brad's going to get credit for a double. That scores Horace, bringing us up to a 13-0 lead. And bringing Andy Bronson back to the plate for his 4th at-bat. Andy hits the ball hard and into just kind of shallow left there. Plenty of time for him to reach safely with a single. Not enough time to try to get Brad anywhere else. So 2 runners on for Ahmed here. I think I'm going to try a power swing and hope for a good pitch to hit. Not on that one. That looks like it was thrown closer to Ahmed's head than to the strike zone. So ball 1. And also a ball just below the strike zone. That one would have also been a ball. Thought I could make good contact on it, but not when it misses the strike zone. Ahmed clubs one into center. If Raphael had not been shifted, he might have actually been able to catch that one. Instead, Ahmed's going to come away with, I think, just a triple. Yeah. We'll have him stop. Oh, just kidding. They gunned that ball to the pitcher, and it skipped past both the pitcher and catcher. And Ahmed, I believe, will be credited with the home run there. But did at least deserve the triple and the 2 RBIs to begin with. Bringing us up to 16-0, and still just 1 out in the inning as Mondesi comes to the plate to now face his clone Jessica. Fouls back the first pitch for strike. Fouls back the second pitch for strike. Still has only been retired once so far this season, but could change here. He's behind 0-2 and does not seem to be able to put the ball into fair territory so far. And Jessica K's him with a nasty hook, catching behind inside part of the strike zone. So now 2 outs in the inning, and Petra at the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Seems like a good power swing opportunity for Petra. As Jessica misses low for ball 1. And then Petra clobbers one out towards the left. I believe that's gone. Yes, it is. Solo home run for Petra here in the 4th. Keep the inning alive and bring us up to 17 runs in the game. I think our third legitimate home run, plus a few inside the Parkers today. Trying to get the hang back into the hang of these power swings. As Emery comes to the plate. Ooh, that pitch was lower than I thought it was, and may have been another good power swing opportunity there. Instead, I'll reach for one that I could tell was outside the strike zone, but thought I could do something like that with the pitch. And Emery is going to make it at least the third. I'm going to send him home. He might get thrown out, but just kidding. The ball skips away from the catcher anyways. Oh, also we have Gary Allen behind the plate now, worth mentioning. Forgot about that part at first. Jessica on the mound, so should be pretty well free steals for most of our batters at least. As Davey Marion comes to the plate, and would certainly be a free steal opportunity if he can reach successfully. And he does, smacking a line drive out towards center field, and it gets called a ground rule double, kind of bouncing over the barricade, getting stuck behind the wall out there somewhere. Would have been better for him if the ball had stayed in play, honestly, but Raphael Hendricks does not do a great job of covering center field here at Dirt Yards. And as predicted, a pretty easy steal for Davey there. Power up at the plate. Took the first pitch for a ball, and the second pitch also for a ball. And then strokes a line drive out towards left field, and it's going to clear the barrier for a home run. Nice line drive home run for Mr. Calrick, and bringing us up to 20 runs in this one. Still in the fourth inning as well. Big inning for us here. Horace Young now at the plate, and we'll take the first pitch inside for a ball. Second pitch catches the lower inside part of the strike zone to bring us to a 1-1 count. And he fouls back the third pitch. So could this finally end our fourth inning here? Not on that pitch that missed quite a ways inside from Jessica. Probably not on that pitch that Horace gets a good line drive swing on, and it will bounce over the barrier for a ground rule double. So keeping the inning alive, bringing Brad Bender back up to the plate, I should say. Yeah, I guess we're going to continue using our power-ups. Might earn more. Still going to try for a steal here as Jessica tries a slow-mo that misses for a ball, and I believe at least impacts how long it takes for the catcher to throw the ball, because Horace was about halfway to third before the catcher even had a chance. So. Brad rips a screaming line drive opposite field from his stance and from where the pitch was. That should give him time to get to second base before the throw can make it in. Not with a ton of time to spare, but not too difficultly either. So, RBI double from Mr. Brad Bender. Perfect game so far, with some caveats of the fact we had 4 power-up swings total. But keeps the inning alive for Mr. Andy Bronson. And we have a new pitcher, Karen Green. So that's sending a tired Jessica out to left field as Karen throws right at the head of Andy Bronson with her second pitch to go to 2-0 the count. Andy hits the ball on the ground. Gonna be tough to move Brad anywhere with that one, but also the Blue Jays had no chance to field it successfully, and well, now we can send Brad as the throw skips away from just about everyone there. So technically a double for Andy there, more like a kind of weak single maybe to begin with, but take what we can get here at Dirt Yards. And it continues with Ahmed Khan once again at the plate. We'll take the first pitch inside for ball. And the second pitch high for ball. Putting on a clinic here in the fourth. Dirt Yards giving us some help. Blue Jays scattered defensive alignment giving us some help. Ahmed hits a line drive that might get caught. No, it bounces off of the poor Cal Ripken clone, whose name I keep forgetting. Brad even has time to come around and score. I think that means we're going to put on a double steal here with Ahmed and Andy on the bases. And then have Raul try to further extend this one. I'm going to go with a closed power swing just to try to shift their defense a little bit for this stolen base attempt. Did not really succeed, but we still had enough time to get everybody to their bases safely. Gary's throw was underthrown. So Randy had to come get it. It gave us time to do all that. And Jessica and Karen are going to swap once again. So Karen's back out on the left. Jessica once again on the mound as her hook misses low, bringing you all to a 1-1 count. Ooh, should have stayed closed for that one. That's where all whiffs at a hook catching the outside part of the plate. That one I think is high, and it is. To go to 2-2. And Raul drills one into center field that nobody is really going to field successfully. This could mean an inside the park home run for Raul. I think so with how that throw ended up. Yes, indeed. Go up to 25 runs scored in this one so far. Still hanging out here with 2 outs in the top of the fourth. Still going to go with power swing with Petra. Maybe she'll get us out of this inning. As Jessica's first pitch catches one of the harder places to hit the ball. As she and Karen once again swap. So Jessica back out and left. Karen Green on the mound. Whew, that was a good pitch to hit there, and I just mistimed it completely. So big whiff by Petra there on a pretty slow fastball on the outside part of the plate. Petra is able to foul off that pitch from Jessica, who once again is swapping back out with Karen. Seems like they're stuck on kind of the alternate cycle there. Karen's pitch misses high, and Jessica once again comes back in. Jessica gives me one in a tough spot to hit. Petra does make decent contact and hits it in the air towards third base. Randy did not want to try to make a play on it. Jessica or Karen, I already forgot which one was on the mound. Jessica tried to go over and get it, but flooded it. It's technically single there for Petra, as Jessica stays on the mound for now and throws a first pitch ball to Amir Khan. He has 2 home runs today. Gets a nice pitch to hit down the middle of the strike zone, but fouls back. Jessica is staying on the mound. We could probably send Petra at this point. Doesn't matter as Emery hits one out towards left field that just barely clears the barrier for another home run. His third of the day. 27-0 now for the Orioles. As I skip through that to try to move this thing along a little bit. Alright, we're switching to a full power all the time setup now as Davey crushes one but foul down the third baseline. Blue Jays continuing to cycle through pitchers, at least occasionally, so Jessica back on the mound. Davey hits a big pop fly out towards center field. Looks like Rafael will at least be able to get under it, and he does make the catch. Finally ending that inning after 23 runs are put on the board. And throw all slow balls while pitching, but I think that would actually increase the amount of time this all takes. So I'm going to try to get some quick strikeouts and other outs here. Gary falls behind 0-2 after some hooks and does put the ball in play after that, which can lead to just about anything happening here at Dirt Yards, but it is fielded very well by Andy Bronson on the mound to pick up the first out of the inning. Francis Bluer now at the plate is out in right field now for the Blue Jays after starting at third base and making a pretty incredible catch earlier in the game. She puts a good swing on the ball out towards left field. Horace comes over but cannot make the catch as it bounces off his head and comes back in towards Cal. Handles it cleanly and holds Francis at first without too much difficulty. With the speedy Francis at first, we definitely want to try to make the play at second first, as I then realized I need to just go ahead and take the out at first instead. Couldn't actually quite tell how that ball was hit. I thought it might have been a pop-up that we could catch and then make the out at first, but alas, as Jane hits a shallow pop-up, as always, Raul is not able to catch, but Andy had come in to help him out and does make the catch for the third out of the bottom of the fourth, which went a lot faster than the top of the fourth. Kyle Ripken now up at bat. Power swings it out towards his counterpart at short. Barbara Jones is the name of Kyle Ripken's clone. Finally remembered that. And Cal gets retired pretty quickly there. Horace with a pretty good swing on the ball out towards right center, but looks like it will get caught by Rafael Hendricks. Moderately reliable out there, actually catching the ball in center if he can get to it, which is part of his problem. Bringing up power swing Brad Bender, who makes contact out towards third, but it is fielded pretty well. And he's retired for his first time as we go down 1-2-3, which I'm mostly okay with. Not like truly intentionally getting out, but getting up to 27 is about as much as I really want to in a game that I'm not like directly competing against someone. It just takes a long time to continue scoring after that if you're really going for it. So, apologies in advance if you were really looking for a bloodbath, but hopefully the 23 runs in a single inning will at least somewhat satisfy that. As Barbara comes up, it's a little trickler in between Raul and Andy. It is fielded by Raul. Thrown to first for the out. First out of the inning there. Brings up Jessica, what's-her-name, who hits a clunky, funky ground ball out towards third that neither Davey nor Cal can field very cleanly. And she reaches first with a single. Again, would like to try to make the play at second ahead of time. Instead, Randy hits a little line drive that Cal fields cleanly. Not nearly enough time to make the throw and retire Jessica as well, though. So Jessica still at first. Karen Donato at the plate. And Karen crushes it out towards left field. Looks like it's going to clear the fence, and it does. 2-run homer for the Blue Jays. Gets them on the board in this one. Reminder that Karen is a very solid hitter as a Dimitri clone. Give him a pretty good pitch that should be moderately difficult to hit, but she got all of it anyways, as Rafael hits one that's probably going to end up as a single just from where it was. Actually, yeah, I don't know why that was the choice instead of a relay through Brad at second, but we did not have enough time on that little funky dirt yards hop to get Rafael at first. Brings up Gary, who also hits a little clunky liner. Can we get him at second? Yes. All right. So get out of there without further damage, but did give up 2 runs on the Karen home run. Here in the top of the 6th, still with a 27 runs on our side, and now 2 for the Blue Jays. Starting all the way over at the top of our lineup with Andy Bronson, who puts a good swing on the ball and is going to get beyond everyone in the outfield, but then bounce over the wall for a ground rule double. So runner on second for Ahmed Khan. Barbara Jones coming in to pitch, moving Randy to shortstop. Barbara's first pitch hook misses low, then gives Andy a good opportunity to take third. Ooh, almost could have been able to advance home, but nice diving stop by whoever ended up at third after all the rotations. Ahmed crushes one down the left field line, foul. Looking for his second homer of the day, trying to catch back up to his younger brother Emir, who's at 3 homers today. Watches that pitch go by below the strike zone for the second ball of the at-bat. Not really a power swing, but when it does not get past Randy at shortstop. Sent Andy home in anticipation of it getting past Randy. It did not, but was committed, so I kept running home with Andy. Randy's throw was just a little offline for Gary behind the plate. And so the throw went out of play. Andy scores. Ahmed gets a free advance to second. And now I think we'll get a free steal of third. Yes, indeed. So runner on third, nobody out. And 1 ball in this at bat for Mr. Mondesi. Take that pitch just a bit outside for ball 2. Thought that was a strike, and still think it was. Well, hits a high pop up towards Rafael in center. Rafael does make the catch, but gives Ahmed plenty of time to tag up and score. Some sac fly for Mondesi. Brings up Petra. Whiffs hook. Low and inside anyways, but thought I might be able to get contact on it at least. Just a bit off on the timing for that hook. To fall behind 0-2 against Barbara here. I think that was a strike, so good to Petra to get some wood on it. Out towards Rafael in center, and he makes the catch once again. Kind of a menace out there in center. I feel like he is catching the ball just about as well as anyone would. So maybe not that much of a liability other than the fact that he's slow and I got a bunch of inside the park triples and homers because it took him too long to go field the ball and throw it in. But ignoring that part, he's doing pretty well for himself out in center field. As Emery works it to a 2-1 count. A couple wild pitches from Barbara and one swing fouled back behind the plate. Emery's power swing just kind of goes into the ground there, and he'll get thrown out at first. Strong play from Barbara. Francis Bluer up here for the Blue Jays as I try to sneak a fastball by her low and inside, and she says, "No way, Jose." Smacks a homer into left field. The Blue Jays up to 3 runs in this game. So they're only down by 26. And as Ellen Martinez lays down a bunt that Andy and Raul are competing for, Andy ultimately makes the play and retires her at first. So Jane Davis now up to bat. Smokes one out towards Petra in center. This could be trouble. Petra with a nice job just getting in the way of the ball as I just kind of spam clicked out there trying to get her to stand in roughly the right spot. Barbara with a nice swing out towards right field. Does not quite skip by Emery, but we're also not quite able to beat Jane advancing to third. Runners on the corners with one out for Jessica Wassersauce. Whiffs at a low and inside right hook for strike one. Blue Jays are giving me about all I can handle this inning. Jessica whiffs at a high and inside hook, and then fouls off low and inside feet. Just trying to mix things up just a little bit here. Theoretically, toughest for them to hit it low and inside there, especially from a closed stance, but Jessica is hanging in there well, but does go down on strikes for our first strikeout of the game. Huh. That's a little weird, but okay. I feel like I haven't really been pitching to contact or anything. Let's see if we can pick up number 2 on Randy Johnson here. Takes the first pitch, low and inside for a strike. Fouls off the second pitch, that was also low and inside. For strike 2. And whiffs at some high stinky cheese fastball high and inside. Strike 3, Andy's only second strikeout of the game, both back-to-back there at the end. Kind of a weird one. But yeah, we'll take our 29-3 lead, obviously powered by that 23-run 4th inning. And let's quickly go see who our player of the game should be here. Probably Ahmed with his, Amir, other brother, with his 3 home runs. Ahmed, Andy both hit the ball well as well. A lot of people getting in on the home run action, and everyone with at least 1 RBI, at least 1 run, at least 2 runs even, and at least one extra base hit. Petra, the only one with only 1 extra base hit. So yeah, pretty good showing overall there. Of course, Ahmed leading the team in steals, as he obviously should. And Andy did alright. A couple of mistake pitches that, I don't know, mostly just the AI doing stuff, and then a bunch of hits allowed, but that's just the dirt yards effect. Anyways, thanks for tuning into this one, and we'll be back next time for game number 5 of this season.